Okay, we should be good. Let me just double check where my audio is coming from. Properties, input vault. We're good to go. Okay. Yeah, kind of impromptu stream. I was waiting all. Oh shit, my camera is weird. One second. I thought I was good on this, man. I thought I was good on this side. I think I might have dropped my my light too many times, which is why like my light is just not working well. Why I'm completely white faced right now. If I turn this one off, and I'm good on that side. I'm just like I'm blasted over here on this side. One second. I'm gonna switch out my lights, the left and the right side, because I can't adjust the brightness on the light that is like beaming in my face right now because I guess I dropped it. I feel like one of my favorites dropped it because I don't remember dropping this light too many times. See, that's much more doable. Okay. I mean, I could probably use the other light when I do the actual stream, or not stream, when I do the actual review in like 10 hours from now. But as for right now, this works. One second. I probably have to pause stream on TikTok just to access Govee, don't I? Let me see how it looks on the YouTube live stream first. Okay, that adds more color. Get the fuck out of my face. Okay, that added more color over there. I'm still like pretty white, but it's whatever. I'm Puerto Rican. That's for par. It's on brand. Okay, so yeah. I was so okay. So I was waiting all morning. If you are following me, you may or may not know that I released a video at like 9:30 this morning. That was a video I recorded the day before that I was waiting to process to the cloud. Never fucking happened. Because I didn't have enough storage in my phone, and iCloud did not tell me that until after it spent like 8 to 10 hours trying to upload it to the cloud. So I had to delete a bunch of shit from my phone. Even though I'm paying for 2 terabytes of storage in iCloud, I had to delete a bunch of shit from my phone. And then once I had enough space, I tried to upload that the video of the I keep wanting to say reaction, but the review, or I guess I guess that would be a reaction, or like an expression, or that's the word that I'm looking for. A response to the news that One Piece is now going seasonal. So I recorded that the night before, so yesterday. I came in. Oh, hi, user 2141, whatever the hell. How you doing? So I tried to get that uploaded by like 7 a.m. this morning. Not possible because I couldn't get iCloud to work. Finally, I found a way around this, which was to just send the video to my own iCloud files portion. I have no idea. But I basically sent the video to myself, but it did not count for the cinematic. So I had no blur in the background, which is like the same thing you're seeing on TikTok now, and I guess what you're seeing on the stream now. So that was really annoying because I basically wasted like 4 hours of my time just waiting for something to happen. I kind of like wasted like half a day really, but like while I was up this morning, I wasted like 4 hours of my time. So I decided, fuck it. Let's just bite the bullet. We don't have a blurred background. We don't have a portrait mode for the for this one video. I'll be fine. The main point is getting the video out. So I edited this video. I edited this video this morning, which is the reaction to the One Piece news. Got it out around 9:30. And then I was like, well, I'm up, but I probably need a nap if I'm going to live stream. How you doing, Rohit? And oh my god, and Roni, thank you guys. Welcome. So I uploaded this video this morning. And I was like, well, I'm just going to take a quick nap because if the chapter normally comes out, like the scan translation of the chapter comes out, how you doing, Kami? Connie, sorry. I didn't mean to call you a communist slur. So I was like, let me stay up for a couple of hours, see what's good. And around 11, I was like, well, I'm definitely going to need a nap because I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning and I went to sleep at like 8 p.m. the night before. So let's see what's good. Unfortunately, my girl needed me to stay up or to be up to help her move some shit into the crib. So I was like, all right, cool. So didn't get the nap that I needed. And I was like, well, just waiting for the chapter to come out, waiting for the scan translation to come out. Never happened. Eventually, like 3 p.m. came about, and I was like, let me just bite the bullet and let me just take a quick nap because I had to go out. I just came back from being out. Visiting Brooklyn, which is where I'm from. I no longer live there. So I was like, all right, let me go out. Let me make sure I'm good enough to go out. I don't want to bail on my friends. Gucci. The chapter comes out. I think I saw JD Legend's response to the chapter or reaction to the chapter come out like 4 hours ago, or like probably 5 or 6 hours ago from this point. So I'm like, all right, cool. When I get home, I'll see if I'm sober enough because I've been out drinking all night. Which I am. I'm sober enough now. I'm like, let me see if I'm good enough to like do a reaction. So here we are. I say all of that to basically say here we are now. One Piece chapter 1164. The title is Davy's Blood, and our cover request is by Shinome Tomari. Perona chasing a rabbit with a pocket watch. And I guess she's thinking about Mihawk because the rabbit is dressed like Mihawk, which is pretty cute. Welcome, Mishtak. Wow, you see, I've gone live at the right time. I'm getting people from different parts of the world because these are not names that I'm very confident in pronouncing. So they cannot be from America, I assume. Oh, let me make sure that my mic is good. All right, cool. I think my mic is okay. You guys can't hear me on TikTok, but I mean, I can see my levels on Streamlabs here, so I'm assuming I'm okay. Anyway, I saw Perfume's Tokyo Dome show. Perfume, there's an artist named Perfume with Nakata-san. Their indescribably amazing style really moved me. Awesome. Riveting information coming from Eiichiro Oda, as always. Okay, so the chapter starts off with narration. Rocks got hit with Dami Reversi. Got hit with is wild, and I'm assuming that's something that's specific to the scanlation of this. I doubt that Viz will be so bold as to say got hit with. Is what we hear from Rocks as he's getting stabbed in Dami Reversi. We got Whitebeard here reacting, saying, Rocks, how's it going, Chapo? I believe the symbol here is Do. Do. Yeah, I think that's Do. I don't remember what this is right here on the right, but I'm pretty sure that first one is Do. Do? Oh, it's probably Do. Our attacks didn't even phase that spider thing. Okay, so cool. We're getting reactions from people like they're acknowledging the bullshit that we had from last chapter, right? Because we had Garp and Roger arguing over who did the most damage to Emu, and now they're realizing Emu's regenerating. It doesn't matter at all. And you could see the silhouette of Emu coming off of Saturn's back, and it's like disjointed almost, or like there's like an elbow here, where this is a shoulder and an elbow. How you doing, Notorious King? Welcome. So you got like a shoulder elbow situation coming up here from the back of Saturn. So we'll see what's going on. By the way, it's a One Piece stream. I don't know how to title these lives on TikTok, so apologies, but we're streaming One Piece 1164. Okay, so people are reacting to Rocks being Dummy Reversied. We've got Kaido here, just silent, just watching, which is pretty smart for young Kaido, honestly. Welcome, Anal. I'm hopefully pronouncing that right. What in the world? How obstinate. Wheeze. You shouldn't scoff at humans, you beast. You shouldn't scoff at humans, you beast. Oh, Rocks is being Dummy Reversied, but he's like, okay, this is what I was hoping for. He's resisting. Davy D. Jones. That's the name of the previous king of the world. Okay, so I definitely reposted something too early. So Rocks is mid Dummy Reversi here, still talking shit to Emu. So my main gripe with the Dummy Reversi, or my main fear with the Dummy Reversi on Rocks, was like basically seeing him turn into to Dorian Brogy, which was, you know, them being completely out of character, talking all this shit, and then just basically ruining their character. But we got Rocks here talking all this shit to Emu still, and good. We have some reaction from Emu here. At least what looks like a reaction, because Emu looks stressed with these eyes here. Insolent fool, that wretch was never king. Not for a single moment. Thou hast no place in the fate that binds Mu and Davy. Thou hast no place in the fate that binds Mu and Davy. Then you shouldn't be so scared. It's just a name after all. Okay, so I mentioned this too as a possible, like, thing to focus on here last chapter, which was, so Emu looks at Rocks and goes, you are Davy Jones, right? And Rocks is like, no, I've actually never met the person. And I was like, damn, dude, like, Emu, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you should know how much time has passed. I don't know, like, what's going on with your form here, but you should at least recognize that Rocks is not literally Davy Jones. What's going on here? Do you just see hockey? Like, do you see, like, people's silhouettes, and then maybe, like, you know, they embody a specific hockey of a previous person? But, and then, like, one of the other things that I had in mind was, like, well, what if the title of Davy Jones is really what is empowering here? Like, the reason why the world government focuses so much on hiding the poneglyphs, or, like, getting rid of, like, the D in Gold Roger's name, is because they are very aware of how important speech is in general. So like, Emu's like, well, I'm not gonna call you Rox. I'm not gonna embed your name within history. You are just gonna be Davy Jones. So this is great. So we got Narwhal Rox here, talking all this shit. Okay, you've been afraid for a long time, haven't you? So Rox is spitting. Rox is actually spitting here. Afraid that one day someone's gonna inherit Davy's will and fulfill the promise. The previous king of the world was Davy D. Jones. Okay, no. So I reposted this thing on Threads that was like, oh, Davy D. Jones is the previous king of the world. That means like the D clan was based off Davy, and I was like, this is so stupid because then that means that Rox's full name is Davy Zebek, which spoilers if you're just joining. If you are just joining. But I guess the first half of that thing that I reposted was true, which is that the previous king of the world was Davy D. Jones. But it's a very high possibility that Rox is just biased here, or maybe that Rox just has his own history that he understands. So he understands Davy D. Jones to be the previous king of the world because maybe that was the previous pirate king, not literally the king of the world. But also Rox is out here like, I'm going to take what I can. Anything that gets in my way, I'm going to stop him, or I'm going to get rid of him. I'm going to be king of the world. So maybe the motivation behind what Rox is doing in general is not necessarily to get rid of Emu, but to pursue the title, or I guess the glory that was the previous king of the world, which he believes is Davy D. Jones. Davy D. Jones. Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah, so Joy Boy is Joy Boy Davy at this point? How's it going, Naeem? Yeah, Naeem. How you doing? We're reading One Piece here. Okay, so as Rox is saying this, you've got Eris and Teach leaving here. I wonder who scares you most, Davy D. Jones, Joy Boy. Cease this babble, they shall never resurface so long as thou fades into oblivion. So long as thou meaning Rox in this case, or everyone associated with Davy. So we also, okay, so I'm full on like gonna comment on this repost from Threads, because clearly Rox mentions Davy D. Jones and Joy Boy, two completely different people, potentially from the same era, but Rox knows some shit, bro. That's awesome. Like, this is the type of stuff that I was hoping for during this flashback, not just context for what's going on in the world, or what went on God Valley, or what happened on God Valley, like, 40 years ago whatsoever, but understanding, like, hey, if Roger came out of God Valley, or came out of his rivalry with Rox, understanding that there was another island past Lodestar, then either he learned it from Rox, or he learned it through the experiences of God Valley itself. So the hope for me, fingers crossed, was that we would get some exposition or some understanding of the world before through Rox, and that's exactly what we're getting now, which is awesome. So even though I still am kind of pissed about the dummy reversey, like, it's still taking a while to go into effect, so this is great. Like, it's still gonna suck probably that Rox is gonna get dummy reversies in the end of this, but like, I'm just so happy that we're still having a conversation here. That's all I really, I mean, I can't say that that's all I wanted, because based off my reaction from last chapter, clearly I wanted way more. I wanted way less to happen to Rox, but all I really wanted out of this was just like to not ruin Rox's character. And so if he goes out, but right before he goes out, he is spilling some beans and talking some good shit to Emu and affecting Emu. That was another large part of last chapter that I really was upset about, was that Emu was not physically affected by any of the attacks. But if Emu's triggered right now through this conversation with Rox, then that kind of saves it for me. Davy. Mu has found the perfect soldiers now, a certain nation of gentle and indecisive giants. Giants? You bastard. Stay away from Harold. He just wants peace. Indeed, this is an unprecedented opportunity. A sovereign, this pliable, may never appear again, you little. Thy current deposition is quite similar. Now make haste. So this is Mu basically going like, hurry up and turn. put an end to Davy's dream. What is Davy's dream? And is Davy's dream now Blackbeard's dream, as opposed to Blackbeard inheriting Rox's will or carrying out the dream of Rox? Is Blackbeard now just carrying out the dream of all of the Davy clan? That would be awesome. What the? Rox? Okay, so Rox has turned. I mean, like, again, if Rox is just batshit crazy after this point, I think I'm okay with it. I still don't want him to talk shit in, like, dummy reversey form, but the fact that we've gotten so much out of just these first couple of pages here, I guess 3 pages, like, this has mitigated the anxiety that I had last chapter. What happened? Did it do something to you up there? So, okay, we got worried Big Mom. Damn it, I'm fading. And this is internal monologue within Rox. Huh? Annihilate Davy's lineage with my own hand. Okay, so he's succumbing. Snuff out all obstacles on God Valley. Is it me or are you bigger? Out of the way. Not out of my way? Okay, out of the way. Their blood must be purged from the pages of history. Okay, so now we do have the thing that I was hoping we didn't get, which was Rox basically going full-on disciple of Emu. But he held off for a little while, you know. I think that is probably a feat of hockey. How's it going? Username not found. Username not found? Yeah. So that's a pretty big hockey feat, I think, because Dory and Broggy immediately turned when Emu did this to them. I mean, I'm still very upset that this is how Rox is going out in general, but, you know, again, the first 3 pages of this have proven me wrong so far, or I have at least quelled some anxiety that I had going into this so far. So, I will hold on judgment here. Okay, so he's gotten bigger, leap, and now he has wings, but demon wings, not Lunarian wings. Ooh-wah, Rox, what are you doing? If you are joining, please like the stream. It helps me out a little bit, I guess. Rox, what are you doing? So he's going after Kaido. Kaido got decked in the schnoz. Kaido? Damn you, Rox, aren't we meant to be allies? No. Why didn't I see this before, bro? Is the reason that Kaido truly believes that all pirates will turn on you is because Rox turned on him? I thought this would have been like Ganzui or like Captain John or something like that. But if the reason why he believes this is because the person he looked up to the most, like all it took was one pirate turning against him, and that pirate happened to be the person who he respected the most, like if that sets Kaido's boundary or I guess expectations for pirates going forward, then that makes a lot more sense. Like Oda is if this is true, then Oda is using his resources very well, because without having to focus like multiple, how's it going, Aman, please like the stream. If Oda can just give us one example, right, of a pirate turning on Kaido, and it doesn't have to be Big Mom, right? Because, you know, Big Mom was just selfish, but like she didn't necessarily turn on him. But if Oda is able to use his resources to go, no, here's the one example that you needed to establish Kaido's thinking here, or his logic going into Wano, then that's great. That's a great use of resources. All you needed was one example, and that one example came from a very significant source. Now, I'm not going to say reliable. Significant source to Kaido. Damn you, Rox, aren't we meant to be allies? So we got Big Mom pulling up on Rox, trying to pull up on Rox, immediately gets rejected. Wow. Whitebeard's watching. So Whitebeard is not attacking yet. We're in your way, Rox? You are. Kaido's talking to Rox. Kaido is clashing. I'm sorry, Kaido. Whitebeard is looking at Rox, observing the situation, ... We're in your way, Rox. You are. So Rox is talking to him. So we got Whitebeard clashing with Rox. Whitebeard, no spear. Just forearm clashing with Rox's sword. Huge Whitebeard upscale. Whitebeard is looking the most serious I've ever seen him. What the? So we got some marine here. The mountain's falling. Wait, what? How? Wait, oh no, this is the left side of the mountain. I was like, what piece of the mountain is falling? This is literally smoke here. So the Marines are like trying to run away. So half of God Valley's valley, what's good, EG? Half of God Valley's actual valley is falling down on these poor innocent Marines who are here to just, commit genocide. Rox is running away. We got Zoo. Wah. Zoo or Zua. All right, so we still have Eris running away here. I feel like the Eris panels are kind of redundant here, but understood. We still have to continue to place Eris, even though Rox is not at all running towards her. All warships at the northeast coast have get away from the island. All ships pull back. Okay, so we have the Marines here who have no fucking clue what they're even here to do other than like protect against pirates, and now they're being asked to retreat. This is all just working towards like my Garp slander is bullshit logic here. One second, let me just try and adjust the camera. Just trying to center myself on the stream side. Yeah, so like not that necessarily the anti-Garp the anti-Garp slander is being helped out here, but more so the context behind why it's really premature to judge Garp so harshly. The context surrounding that is kind of just being added on to here. Northeast coast. That was close. Who is responsible? This unforgivable act must be punished. The fact that the narrator is like specifying the exact coasts or the exact points in the coast makes me want to go back a couple of chapters and look at the map, because I feel like that's going to be very significant in terms of telling like where the next person is going to be coming from. Everyone hurry. Don't set sail without us, or you'll all be put to death. Okay? Fuck off, celestial dragons. Oh wait, who's responsible? This unforgivable act must be punished. Like, I mean, a pirate. I love how all the celestial dragons are like so hateable. What's good, Only Giddy? I love how hateable all the celestial dragons are to like a fault. Not to a fault as in like, they can be forgiven, but just like it's just comical at this point. Like it's not believable at all how evil they are. It is annoying, which is still a testament to Oda's writing, because he's able to make us hate people, but like the selfishness here is just like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, you're laying it on too thick, but I guess with the current political climate in the US, nothing is unbelievable at this point. There's no, like, someone could actually be Lex Luthor or the Joker in American politics right now, and it would not be unbelievable whatsoever. What's good? Is that Nana? Holy, is that the Nana? Like, I'm wearing Vivian right now. Thank you, Nana. Welcome. Southwest region. Come on, Rayleigh. This island's toast. Roger's safe, right? Oh, he's worrying about his boy. I was hoping to see Rayleigh this chapter too. Is this a Lunarian? Like, why do they keep showing this guy with wings? Treasure, isn't this incredible? Wow, it's a dead end. Move it. I wonder if this treasure chest that this person on the right is holding, the Z that's inside the treasure chest, I wonder if that means Shanks is inside that one. Damn it, I couldn't even save one tiny baby. Where did he go? Wait, Kuma, give it a rest. Oh, so we're getting other people. I'm so glad. It would be too risky to keep trying to save people. Kumachi. Huff, huff. I'm so glad that we're getting Kuma stuff right now, because we got so much Kuma stuff in the flashback, even though it was like a tease for God Valley. But like, my main thing here is like understanding what happened to everyone, and I'm so glad that Oda's not skipping over this. Might be more people out there, so Kuma's still trying to save people. Oh, found one. Who is he about to find? Damn that Ganzui. We got Captain John. Is he about to save Captain John? No fucking shot. Shiki. Asshole, you'll never make it off this island alive, you hear? So Shiki handled Ganzui with the light work. Gee ha 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 ha. No one gets the drop on me. Shout out to Shiki, bro, for showing out this entire flashback. I mean, it was pretty obvious last chapter that he was not going to get got on surprise by Ganzui, considering that he is like so close to the top tier. If he's not top tier, he is right underneath it. And Ganzui and other people like Ganzui, like Captain John, Silver Axe, whatever, there's clearly a step below, the Whitebeards and the Kaidos of the Rocks crew. So I'm glad that Shiki did not get showed out. And he was actually able to show out himself. Everyone to the coast. We need stretchers. We can't the force on fire. Oh, more fire. Oh no, Big Rocks has pulled up. Xebec, he pulled up to Eris and Teach. So you lost? I'm sorry, it's our fault. You faced that thing to save us, even though you weren't ready yet. So Eris knew about Rocks' plan. Eris knows, and she's not letting Teach know. She's trying to protect Teach. Teach is traumatized as hell right now. We have no choice but to jump into the sea and swim. I thought that shit says shimmy and swim. I won't let the Davy clan end here. Shout out to Eris, bro. We'll survive no matter what. Escapee spotted on the coast. Okay, so Xebec is still going for him. Bang bang. We got the pincer move over here. We've got Rocks behind Eris and Teach, and we've got marine warships shooting from the front of Eris and Teach. Oh no. Poof. Yo, I was about to say that maybe Kuma saves John and that's how John gets off here. The fact that Kuma is the one who saves Blackbeard? Fuck Eris. The fact that Kuma is the one that saves Blackbeard here is insane, bro. Kuma, MVP of God Valley. I mean, like, also the worst offender, considering what Blackbeard's gonna end up doing. But, like, the fact that Kuma's here, not just, like, using his fruit to the fullest. How's it going, Mused and Kevin? How y'all doing today? Shout out to Kuma, because Kuma's like, I'm going to go back for more. I'm going to save as many people as possible. And he just fucking happens to save Eris and Teach. Which means, so, like, when Kuma activates his power, he's usually like, what is the place that you want to go to, right? Like, that's the only time we've ever seen him activate the teleportation thing on someone else. He's asked them where, like, they really want to go. So the fact that he's popped Teach and Eris out, the fact that no one guessed this too, just goes to show how well Oda is at, like, not subverting expectations, but, like, keeping us so focused on other things that there's no possible way for someone to consider this. Because we had a week to think about, like, how do Eris and Teach survive this? We know that they get to Lulusia, or we know that Lulusia is mentioned. We have no idea how, like, Lulusia is going to be incorporated into this, because he's already planted the seed that Imu does not know about Davy Clan members being on Lulusia. It's like the God Valley incident all over again, where Imu's like, I just happened to choose this island to eradicate out of sheer luck. I chose God Valley, and it happened to have all the Davy Clan members. Or, like, we happened to discover the Davy Clan members here. I did not necessarily seek out God Valley for that. It's the same thing with Lulusia. Imu's justification for, deleting Lulusia from existence is, well, it was the closest thing possible. Imu did not know that Teach not at the time, but, like, that Eris at the very least was on that island, or that there were Davies on that island. So I guess Davies are just very, very unlucky people. So we got 2 poofs here, and then a third, it seems like, from Kuma. I wonder who the third is for. I wonder if it's a canon thing, but we're about to see. So we got a third poof here. Kaboom! So the cannonballs hit, and now Imu's just chilling, watching the chaos. Davy next. Extinguish all who remain on the island. Damn, it's just sad that Rocks is, like, completely subservient at this point. But at least it feels tragic now. It's not falling flat on its face. It's not feeling like it's getting rid of Rocks' character, which I'm very happy to be wrong about. But it's now tragic. This is the main thing I wanted. I don't want him to go out sad. I want him to go out tragic, which, sad in this context means, like, embarrassing. Vice Admiral Garp, please hurry up. I told you, get the hell out of here. How long are you going to stick around? that Garp is still worried about his boys leaving. Roger, where are you? I'm fine. Let me know when everyone's aboard. Okay, so the parallels here between Roger and Garp, amazing. I love that. Literally side by side panels of them doing the same exact things. Yeah, stop it, Rox. Rox, why does he look like that? I mean, he just has fangs, and he's much bigger. Yo, son, look at this. Look at these two panels, bro. Look at Garp and Roger here. Garp's like, I have a duty to fulfill. I got to get my boys off the island. And Roger's like, I don't want to have to do this. Like, you see the stress fading from Roger as he's coming to terms with what he's about to have to do, which is get rid of Garp. I love this. I love this. Like, just this is again. A lot of people have been complaining about how cluttered, or not cluttered, but like how we don't really necessarily have time to give certain moments space. And I was one of these people last weekend with Captain John's moment. But like I know through like probably from like the middle of Wano when we start to get like 5 scenes per chapter, that was a big gripe, and it has been since then. With some of the community just basically going like things just happen so fast in each chapter. We don't let enough things breathe. But Oda, it seems like, not has mastered, but has learned how to deal with this fact that he has to go through breakneck pace at this point. Or like he has so many characters and so many important things that are happening at once. You know, like if it was just Roger on this island with Rox, then we probably would get some more breathing room. But the fact that it's Roger, you know, Garp, all these other people, things have to move a little bit quickly, and more things have to be fit onto each page. But the fact that Oda's able to showcase this stress, showcase these two people having these emotions in just 2 panels, that's great. They're like, bring it on, Rox. Davy, what the hell have you turned into? I won't let you go after my crew. Roger, Garp, this voice, please kill me. What's with that expression? The climax of the God Valley incident. Oh, this is how you do it, Oda. This is how you fucking use your resources, bro. That's it. That's all they needed. This is exactly what I was like, bro. My main fear was that like Rox was gonna go out sad. Was that Emu was gonna be like, do my bidding, and Rox was gonna be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna talk shit. But we literally have either Haki or through the voice of all things, and I'm pretty sure it's the voice of all things, because you've got Roger covering his ears, which is kind of what Luffy does, I believe, in Zou. But like, if it's not necessarily a mental Haki thing that's just being directly connected to them. This is a voice of all things thing, I guess, specifically. But this is how you use your resources, Oda. You have 2 panels showing Roger and Garp going, damn it, we have to deal with him. You've got 1 panel just to show Emu's confusion with what's about to happen. And then all you needed was 1 line of dialogue, or 3 words of dialogue coming from Rox himself. Poru? Poco? I have no idea what the hell that says. Which is, please kill me. That's all you needed Rox to say. Aside from having, like, the worst case scenario was having Rox go, haha, I'm gonna kill my fucking family. The best case scenario is this right here. Please kill me. Like, I feel so good now. I feel like all my stress is gone. And now we have Rox charging at Roger and Garp. And now we also have a better idea of how Garp gets out of this situation, right? Because Garp attacked Emu. Actually, we don't have a better idea of how Garp gets out of the situation. Because Garp attacked Emu. And now Emu's setting Rox up to, you know, kill all these people. but now Garp's gonna stop him. So it seems like the hero, not a hero of God Valley, but like the hero of the Marines bit is still unknown as to how Garp gets this title. I mean, we still know how he gets it because he defeats Rock's hero. He helps Roger defeat Rock's, and he saves Celestial Dragons in the process, and also Marines. But in terms of how this is going to be, how the framing of this works, how Emu sees this themselves and does not decide, wow, Garp, you kind of ruined my plans here. That is still to be determined. But the fact that Rox is literally asking Roger and Garp to just do him the favor of ending his life is beautiful, bro. And you can also see Garp here, I guess. I don't know if like the exclamation point and the question marks compared to just the exclamation points on Garp, like the Roger and Garp panel that is like literally split here on the in the left side of the last page. I guess there's two of them, but like I wonder if Garp now has the voice of all things. How's it going, guys? Welcome. I wonder if Garp has the voice of all things here, because I mean his expressions are slightly different than Roger's, and the punctuation here is different, which feels like it's for a very big reason. So like maybe Garp can sense the voice of all things, but he can't hear it like Roger can. But I mean, you have Rox here that is specifically trying to talk to Garp, and considering that on hockey levels right now, before Roger's potential bloom, Garp is also should be considered at the same level, equal to Roger, then I'm to assume that Garp has the voice of all things, which is insane to think about, considering how he just sticks around for the Marines after this. But like, holy hell, bro. So we had one scene. Damn, bro. I mean, that's the end of the chapter. There's really nothing else to discuss. We've got MVP Kuma pulling up. There's a third poof, though. Who the fuck is that third poof for? Oh, you know what? Kuma probably poofed himself out because he was like, "There's cannonballs coming." So that's my idea. Not my idea. That's not an original idea, but that's the best way I can think about this. Is that Kuma poofed Teach, Eris, and then himself to get himself out of harm's way. That makes the most sense. I wonder where Kuma ends up after this. I mean, because he has to end up near Ginny, and maybe not Ivankov, because maybe Ivankov ends up leaving with Dragon here. But dude, Lucia being where Teach was like raised. So I was trying to find like landmarks before last chapter's review on the scene where Whitebeard picks up Teach. And I was like, there's no way to tell whether or not this is Leloucia. I have no idea. I'm not going to look like too deep into it because buildings could just be like somewhat similar. And unless there's like specific landmarks, I won't try to stress like trying to connect the dots between like, you know, Leloucia being where Eris was planning to go, and also Leloucia being where Whitebeard happened to pull up and find Teach. But it's seeming like that's pretty much confirmed at this point. Like, Whitebeard went to Leloucia. And we clearly get from this chapter that Whitebeard has a clash with Rox, but which is a dope-ass clash. But he doesn't really learn about, like, what's happening to Teach, what's happening to Eris, and, you know, the fact that they will end up on Leloucia. So, Whitebeard allegations are pretty much clear, right? Because it's not like he saw, or not Whitebeard's, but, like, Oda's allegations are clear because something I was fearing last chapter was the idea that Oda basically put Leloucia on here and then kind of forgot about it. How's it going, Joker? Like, Oda would put Leloucia into the story and then not necessarily flesh it out correctly and be like, oh, well, Whitebeard pulled up there, but we technically have no idea or confirmation that actually happened. And so either it's a retcon or just poorly executed. No, it doesn't matter at this point. Whitebeard does not know that this is where, you know, Teach and Eris go to. His main thing here is looking at his boy and clashing with his boy and going, God damn it, I might have to kill my boy here. Which is crazy. I wonder where Whitebeard's at now. Like, I wonder how Whitebeard will be incorporated into the next chapter. Yeah, dude. We got Kuma. We got Shiki leaving. But, like, what are the chances that Shiki has Shanks in this chest? What are the chances, bro? We also got Dragon here. Like, again, so effective paneling. This is one panel. I mean, technically 3 to, like, flesh out the, or 2, actually, to flesh out the background here. But, damn it, I couldn't even save one tiny baby. Where did he go? Like, one of these 2 chests that is collected either by the Roger Pirates, the guy who has, like, a text box above him that goes zzz, which I will definitely wait for the review, the Sunday Viz translation to come out to understand if, like, there's any additional context there to that specific Z. But all I can assume now is that that's Shanks. That confirms that that's Shanks. And then we've also got Shiki running away with a chest, which, you know, has over 1 billion berry in it. But, like, what does that really mean to Shiki? I'm just glad that Oda's still using Shiki. Because, like, because of his float fruit and because of how inconvenient he probably will be to the story if he, like, truly sticks around in the canon, I would have been perfectly okay with Oda just going, by the way, Ganzui also gets the jump on Shiki. And then Shiki's also out cold for, like, a couple of seconds while Ganzui runs away. But no, he had him do the opposite. He had him beat Ganzui and run away with a piece of fucking treasure. So, amazing. I wonder if that's, like, how he gained his fleet. How's it going, Bazir? So you lost. Damn, bro. Tears in Eris's eyes, looking at her husband and just going, like, the fact that you are here now trying to attack me means that you lost. That sucks. You faced that thing to save us even though you weren't ready yet. Yeah, so this just confirms that, like, the biggest tragedy of Rocks, in my opinion, is not necessarily that he's, like, been ordered to kill his family or, like, his whole clan, but that we get confirmation that there was a legitimate plan to get rid of Imu. There was a legitimate way to get rid of Imu in Rox's idea, because this is a guy who knows a lot more than anyone else in the series that is not named Roger or not named Imu or not about to be named I was gonna say Blackbeard, but Blackbeard too maybe, but not about to be named Vegapunk, because Vegapunk has now stumbled into this, like, 1,000-year-old lab. So just getting confirmation that, like, yeah, Rox's plans failed, not because, like, he was too early or because he was too impatient or, you know, just, it's just that they failed because he was just unlucky. Like, he had the perfect strat to get rid of Imu, but Imu happened to attack his homeland before it could happen, before he could flesh it out. Also this conversation between Rox and Imu, bro, is doing so much for the God Valley chapters, specifically of this flashback, for the lore, probably for One Piece YouTubers' pockets, and, bro, just even for Imu's character. Like, I still hate Imu. Imu's, like, actual character has not really changed for me, but seeing Imu affected by this, or, like, at least a little bit triggered by, like, whatever Rox is saying, is huge. I'm going to definitely be looking, like, at these panels, at these pages over and over again today or tonight, in hopes of, like, figuring something else out. But, yeah, dude, we're done with this chapter. That was an amazing chapter, bro. That's, like, it's like 9 out of 10 for me. I don't do, like, chapter reviews in that way, but, like, I mean, 10 out of 10 pretty much. I'm saying 9 because I feel like next chapter is going to be 10 out of 10, considering that it's literally their fight. Oh my god, bro. Shout out to Rox, man. Rox really has become, like, the best character. Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, that's it. That's all I got for the review, or for the reaction. That's all I have for the reaction. Sorry. This was amazing. This has quelled anything that I have. This is what's cool about agenda pieces, that you can be super duper reactive and then wait 6 days and and have any of those hard ass reactions quelled. The dark side of agenda piece is the fact that there will be some people online uh, whose job it is not to provide content, that will just be down in the dumpity going, nope, don't believe it. This is not a good thing. Wait till next chapter. I'm just so glad that my only gripe was how he talks after this, because we got that proven in the first half of this chapter, or the first like 3 pages, and now like we got him literally begging to be killed, begging to be killed. Damn, man. Rox truly was the realest one. Truly. How's it going, Shark? Yeah, man. I mean, with that, I'll probably wrap up, because if I do any more talking, I'm just gonna start to Jesus Christ. I'm gonna start to slip into like trying to review it, and then the stream will be like 2.5 hours long, and I won't be able to cut it up. But god damn, bro. Do we even have tears in Rox's eyes when he's telling him, please kill me? I mean, it makes sense, because his entire will, or his motivation, or I guess like the willpower that he had to even pull up to this island knowing that he was going to lose because he was not ready to face Emu yet, is like, he's crying, because he's like, I know this is it for me. I need y'all to end it as quickly as possible, which is that's the right tragedy that we're looking for. So I love that. How's it going, Daniel? I mean, I love this, bro. I really do love this chapter. But yeah, this will be a nice review. This will be a much more positive review. But this is like why Agenda Piece exists, bro. This is why you have such severe reactions to each week. Because I was really upset about not knowing anything about Dami Reversi, and we didn't get any explanation to Dami Reversi this chapter. But we got some damn good handling of Rox in Dami Reversi. So I really can't complain right now. I'll only complain if like the entire Straw Hat crew gets Dami Reversi'd by the time Luffy and Zoro pulled up to Elbaf, and it's like, okay, Jesus Christ. Or like, Emu is forced to leave Elbaf due to like, an extreme amount of hockey or something like that, which we probably will see from Roger next chapter. I'm expecting Roger feats to go, or Roger stocks to go to the roof, to the moon even. But yeah. Okay, we're at 53 minutes. I'm pretty sure I've gotten my 30 minutes in for TikTok. I have one more live after this, and now I can like co-host and stuff, and I'll gain more features. So this is basically a test run for the TikTok. I'm also recording on Streamlabs on my desktop. We'll see if I can connect TikTok to my desktop. That way I can like just have one camera for everything. But yeah, solid chapter, amazing chapter even. Dami Reversi'd Rox has been redeemed. The idea of him being Dami Reversi'd and just being a puppet is actually very cool to me now. So grateful for how reactive this community is. And then we got Garp and Roger basically just locking the fuck in. I wonder what happened to Kaido and Big Mom though. Yeah, I also wonder what's going to go on with Rayleigh. I was hoping to see Rayleigh this chapter, but like in the sense of coming back and helping out. But yeah, man, we have like at least 5 more chapters of God Valley before we can like say that we've wrapped this up. So yeah, sorry, I got like a itch in the throat / ear canal. Anyway, that's probably my cue to get the fuck out of here. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Everyone who joined real quick and then left. Thank you for leaving no likes. Totally fine. When I become a little bit better at this, I will hope to inspire people to show appreciation. So, yeah, man. That was chapter 1164. I cannot wait for the Viz translation on Sunday. I'll record my video now based off the translations that we already see so far, but I'll wait till Sunday to upload just so in case that there are like any more discrepancies or inconsistencies between the scanlations and the official viz.